Shine, everyone, and thank you for joining us on air and streaming on the KARE 11 app here at 6 o'clock. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Cece Gaines in for Alicia this morning, and we were tracking some issues out there on the roadways.
We are, yeah. I'm issuing a traffic impact alert here up in Monticello. Take a look at this. A vehicle fire 94 eastbound. This is not far from Highway 25, just east of it. The road is closed in that area. An ambulance just got to the scene not too long ago. And there's a huge police presence in that area. Again, road closed, traffic stopped in that area. I've seen a few folks make a U-turn on that ramp, but if you're still haven't headed out the door yet or just about to, maybe you're trying to get to the Albertville area, St. Michael, Highway 10 is a great alternate route in that area until this opens back up. But one of the things I'm tracking this morning, I'll let you know when things clear up. Back down here in the Twin Cities Metro, things are pretty quiet. That's the only thing I'm tracking. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Cece. No weather-related concerns today. In fact, it's pretty comfortable outside. Our main weather story continues to be the high heat and humidity expected for next week. It looks like the temperature in the heat index peaking on Monday, where we'll see triple-digit heat index values, and the temps will stay in the 90s through the rest of the week. We'll stay mostly dry through Saturday. That'll be followed up by several storm chances. First Saturday night, and then again Tuesday into Wednesday. Almost every day next week has at least a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. We're going to see more clouds and sunshine today and some light showers in far western Minnesota right now, but most of us will stay dry today. We'll have a closer look at the soupy weather in your forecast coming up in a couple minutes. Cece?
All right, Ben, thank you. We have to get to some breaking news in Minneapolis. Right now, police are investigating a death at East 26th Street and Clinton Avenue in the Whittier neighborhood. This is brand new video from the scene in just the last 3 hours. We've reached out to police to figure out what exactly happened there, but our photographer on scene did see a body and bullet markings. The medical examiner was there too. As soon as we learn more, we'll be sure to update you. We're also following breaking news out of Winona. Right now, the FAA and NTSB are investigating a deadly plane crash. The scene unfolding around 8 last night. They say the plane crashed next to the runway at the Winona airport. The 74-year-old pilot died on scene. We'll update you as soon as we learn more.
Well, it's a big weekend in the Twin Cities as the Special Olympics USA Games gets ready to pass the torch to Cleveland.
Yeah, and then we have the largest free Pride festival in the country just hours away from kicking off. We have team coverage this morning for everything you need to know. Audrey Russo is live at the U of M, but first, let's get to Megan McPherson talking all things Twin Cities Pride. Hey, Megan.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, the theme for this year's Twin Cities Pride Parade and Festival is Our Voices, Our Future, and the celebration is going to get underway later this evening with Pride Night starting tonight and then the festival and parade happening this weekend. Behind me here in Loring Park, you see all of these tents and booths that are set up. There's going to be so many vendors here, plenty of activities, and so much of it is free. So this is going to be a great place to come this weekend, and it's going to be a very busy place this weekend as well. So let's take a look at some of the details that you need to know if you want to come down here and come to Twin Cities Pride this year. At the Rainbow Stage, again, they're going to have performances. There's going to be music, games, pizza, and activities for young people and families tonight. And then this weekend, the main event will take over the park. Organizers are expecting hundreds of thousands of people for 2 days of festivities, featuring more than 600 vendors, local businesses, community organizations, and plenty of live entertainment across multiple stages. You might even spot some familiar KARE 11 faces out here throughout the weekend, so keep an eye out, including at our Pride Parade, which is Sunday. That starts at 11 a.m. Now, admission to the festival is free. Organizers are also offering free Metro Transit ride passes. You can get those on the event website, tcpride.org. Just to note, though, if you plan to drive, they do recommend reserving parking ahead of time. You can also do that through the Spot Hero link on their website. Just that helps avoid the hassle of searching for a spot here near Loring Park. I can tell you from personal experience that I'm not seeing a whole ton of parking around the park here this morning. Many of these spots that would normally be open for public parking are blocked off throughout the weekend, so just keep that in mind. Also, just know that with the limited parking, there's also quite a few road closures in this area. If you typically drive around Loring Park here, you probably won't be able to do so this weekend, as they kind of have these streets around the park blocked off for the festival. And and then the parade, and there's going to be some road closures for the parade as well. I'm sure Cece will talk about those throughout the show. Stay with us. In about 30 minutes, we're going to be talking with another organizer about all the fun things that are happening here this weekend. Back to you.
Yeah, year after year, you see a lot of great stories coming out of Pride Weekend, so it'd be great to see that.
And as you mentioned, best thing to do, use public transit or use Uber or park as close as you can and get ready to walk. That's my advice for everyone this morning. Megan, thank you very much. This morning, the Special Olympics USA Games are coming to a close. Let's send things out to Audrey Russo with what we can expect on the final day. Audrey, you've been out there all week. I know for you, it's probably sad to see it come to a close.
It's really been a fun week covering the Special Olympics. Now we are down to the last day, just a handful of athletic events left, handing out medals. We've got hardware in basketball, swimming, and bocce happening today. And by the looks of it, Minnesota, the home delegation, has a commanding lead of the medal count. I was just talking to some of the officials with the games, and they tell me Minnesota has over 100 medals at this point, over 30 gold medals. Florida and Texas, I believe, are in second place, tied, but just given the relatively few events left for the rest of the games today, it looks like Minnesota is going to stay in the lead. So that's honestly some great news for the home delegation. And then it all wraps up at 6:30 tonight with the closing ceremonies. That's happening at Huntington Bank Stadium. They are officially going to pass the torch to Cleveland for the 2030 games. They are the next host city, and they're in for one heck of a party because this has just been a great time. Jason, Cece, I'll send things back to you.
A great time indeed, and great to see that Minnesota won that medal count. We're a little bit competitive here in Minnesota.
We are. We do like to win. All right. Thanks, Audrey. Okay, so we're just 24 hours out from the largest Hmong sports event in the nation, the Hmong International Freedom Festival happening at McMurray Fields over in St. Paul. The cultural celebration expected to draw in more than 55,000 people tomorrow and Sunday. This event also honors the sacrifice made by Hmong veterans, their families, and community leaders.
6:07, more of your top headlines this morning. Today, the father of Manny Collins will be back in court. He's accused of killing his son, whose body was found in an Elk River landfill last year. Today's hearing will likely go over disputed evidence and legal challenges as the case gets closer to trial. Jordan Collins is charged with second-degree murder. The trial is set for September. In just a few hours, early voting begins for Minnesota's primary on August 11th. There are 3 ways you can vote: by mail, early in person, and in person on Election Day. A reminder here, if you vote by mail, your ballot must be received by 8 p.m. on Election Day. If you're returning your mail-in ballot in person, the deadline is 5 p.m. on Election Day. You can find information on how to register to vote, requesting a ballot, and finding a polling place on mnvotes.gov.
We're just over a week out from the 4th of July, and tomorrow Americans will start heading out for the holiday. AAA predicts a record 72.2 million people will travel this year. 8% of those will be flying out, which means more than 61 million are hitting the road. And that's despite gas prices reaching 4-year highs. Right now, the national average is below $4, and here in Minnesota, it'll cost you about $3.65 a gallon today. That's about 58 cents more expensive than what we were paying just a year ago.